So if you maybe during one of our presentations have some questions or anything, would like to add something, please use the chat. But we will also have Q&A sessions after each presentation, so you will also get the possibility then to raise your hand and to ask questions. Okay, and I think that's it for the moment. Maybe just let's talk shortly about the objective of our today's meeting here. The first objective is that we try here to kind of make a kind of community building. This means the important thing here is that we get to know you and you get to know us and you get to know one another here in this Replicators community. We would also like to identify your needs and requirements. So in terms of supporting energy communities, also maybe regarding the setting up of a technical assistance office, also in terms of all our program, our tools, our services, which we will offer. And what we would like to do here is also to inform you or update you on the latest progress and also results of the LIFE-BECKON program, and also about our technical assistance offices, facilities or services on which we work on and in which state they are for the moment, and also about our trainings, peer-to-peer exchange and tools which we will offer in the course of this program. So the overall goal today of this kickoff meetings for us is really to get to know you and also to collect feedback from you, and also to get to know better your opinions and your requirements, so that we will be able to further develop our program and to make it more tailor-made to your requirements and your needs. So to do this, we have developed this agenda, and what we will do firstly is we give you the floor, the replicators, to really shortly present yourself, only in less than 1 minute, to tell us who you are, where you're from, and what is your basic task or the department or the area you work on. Then we will give you a status of the LIFE-BECKON project, and also a short overview of the roadmap of our support program, which we offer you. Then we have 3 presentations from our partners, which give you more detailed insight into the technical assistance offices, which are already which work already in our pilot partners, municipalities, but also on the one-stop shop, which is the basic tool here in our project, so that you get a little bit more insight into these tools and services. And then we would like to go into breakout sessions and give you the possibility to discuss about the offering which you have seen before in these presentations, but also to exchange yourself, you know. And so we will offer you 2 groups. The first one is to a group which is more focused on the services we develop for energy communities, especially the technical assistance offices topic and the capacity building. And the second one is the use of tools and kind of what do you need, or what would you use, which features would you use in connection or in regarding our tools. And then so the first hour is over and we will have a 5 minutes break. And then in the next 20 minutes, we would like to ask you then to kind of a little bit report what happened in your breakout sessions, what were the basic results, what took you from your colleagues, maybe what interesting things also here for the whole group and the whole audience you would like to present then and tell us. And then we from Climate Alliance, Andrea and I, we would kind of a little bit summarize, you know, what we understood, or if we understood it correctly, what you said then. And then we have a last part, and this is then on the Miro board. which we have prepared. And Andrea this morning also sent you a link to this Miro board. Maybe some of you had a first look at it. We will then a little bit also explain how to work with this Miro board, and then each of you can then there has the possibility to kind of contribute what needs, requirements corresponding to the tools and the services which are mentioned there you need for your daily work and for your organization's work. And then, then we'll at the end, after roughly say 90 or 100 minutes, and then we'll go to the closing and to the next step. So I hope everything is clear now for you, or has anybody any questions? Then please raise your hand and maybe we can. Okay, I think you're fine with that. Great, thank you. Then let's start with the first part. This is the self-presentation of you, our replicators. What you'd like to ask you to present yourself, if possible, within 1 minute or even less, just so that we get an impression where you're from, what's your name, what's your organization, what are your focus topics. But before we step into this, we would like to show you or give you a kind of overview of our replicator municipalities and where they're from. So here you can see we have here colleagues now from 2, 4, 6, 8, from 8 different countries. And so there are some from Denmark, 4 representatives of municipalities or public authorities. From Germany are 4, Brussels, 1, Switzerland, but Romania, we have 2 colleagues. From Bulgaria, we have 4. From Italy, 3 colleagues, and from Spain, 2 colleagues. So this is a little bit that you get an impression. So we're really in a European project, and which makes it really interesting. And I think we have a lot of also common, but also different experiences. And I think we can learn a lot from each other. So maybe we start in the, so here Brussels is the first one in this list. Maybe some of you could identify who is here and is kind of more on the top of the list than down on the list. And maybe some of you now could start and present yourself in.
I think the city of Brussels is not here today, but the first one is the city of Sofia.
Sofia, maybe. Okay.
So maybe,
Sofia, please. The floor is yours.
Yes, hello. Do you hear me?
Yeah, very well.
Yes. I'm sorry. First, my voice is not very well today, so I hope you hear me well. My name is Tsonka Harizanova. I'm from Sofia municipality, and I'm the head of Climate and Energy Department. Our activities are related to all the policies that the municipality implement in the field of climate and energy. In this project, I hope we will get good knowledge about the good practices about energy communities, because we have no experience with this. Only at the beginning of this year, we have already the regulation. It was at the end of the previous, but maybe the beginning of this year is the real start of implementing this regulation about the energy communities. So this is much of interest for us.
Okay, thanks very much, Tsonka. Then next one, please. I share my screen again, and maybe somebody else can now. We have here Zapareva Banya or Kotel or Rousset or Frederiksberg. Anybody here is from one of these?
Kai from Essen.
I just raised my hands because, as I also put in the chat, I have to leave a little bit early, but at least I wanted to have the opportunity to introduce myself, and then we will be more involved, hopefully, in the future. So Essen in Germany is a city of 600,000 inhabitants, west of Germany. We have been awarded European Green Capital in 2017. Thus, also my department is called Essen Green Capital Agency, and we deal with all the energy issues. And we also were involved in a former European project, also with Andrea, called SCORE, where we also looked into developing renewable energy communities. So this is for us still a very important issue. And we are still struggling a lot, especially with the simpler aspect, as you might think, of solar energy production and sharing it in the neighborhood. But we are also interested in this topic in regard to our heat planning and getting the decarbonization of our heat system. So there is obviously also quite some opportunities for energy communities. And yeah, so we are very interested in this, and also we have some experiences, but still think not clear about our opportunities and possibilities. So
okay, thanks a lot, Kai. All right, next one. Volunteers, please. So maybe
well,
Luana?
maybe can I introduce myself if no one
Tatiana,
wants to?
okay.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Good afternoon. My name is Tatiana Gomez, and I work from the Consejo Insular de la Energía of Gran Canaria, which is a public entity which depends on Cabildo of Gran Canaria. We are an energy agency, and we are in Gran Canaria, Spain, Canary Islands. We are promoting the energy communities here in the island. We have created 3 citizen energy communities and 2 industrial energy communities. And our objective of this LIFE-BECKON replicator is to learn more how to development in a good way, and how to learn more maybe tools and more information and how to develop all the energy communities that we are promoting right now. So we want to learn more of the things that we are doing here.
Okay, thanks a lot, Tatiana. Who wants to be next? Okay.
I can follow if nobody else wants. So my name is Marina. I am the founder of consultancy, which is focusing in Germany, which is focusing on the implementing of energy communities, the scaling, and more or less the facilitation management of energy communities. So we consult energy communities more or less in the terms of what digital tools they could use, they could need in every and each life cycle they are in. So we worked with the city of Bamberg, where we established the energy community in 2022, and we have a few different energy initiatives or communities, German-wide.
Okay, thanks a lot, Marina.
I can go next, no problem.
Fiona, please. Yeah.
Thanks. It's Fiona Zimmerman from the Energy Living Lab at the University of Applied Sciences in Western Switzerland. So we are working on a number of different projects to do with, I suppose, energy community type models. So we're working on positive energy communities with the Open Lab project. We're working on a project called Sweet Lantern, where we're developing a toolkit and morphological box for energy communities. And we're also working on the European project called 2ICCAP, which is developing energy coalitions amongst different cities throughout Europe. And locally here, we also have a pilot and demonstrator project on energy communities, where we're trying to develop a platform and a dynamic pricing model for energy communities to make them more profitable. So that's generally what we're doing, and we develop a lot of capacity building programs as well for energy living labs.
Okay, thanks a lot, Fiona.
I can go next if you want. My name is Lydia Coviva. I work in support of 2 municipalities in Italy for a project called ENTRACT, It's a LIFE project. The municipality are Piano di Sorrento e Vico Equense, which I'm representing now, the latter one. The project aimed to make strategic planning for energy that includes a lot of social dimension and of course energy poverty. And in this project, of course, two of the possible tools to be used for that are energy community, and of course one-stop shops. So the link to participate as a replicator was quite natural, because the project does not go up to develop that, just to create the condition for, and this is maybe why you step in with Beckon. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Who wants to be next? Roland?
Yes, okay. My name is Roland Petzold. Just here in the office today. Okay. I am from the region of Hanover. The region of Hanover is a municipality. To us belong 21 communities from 10,000 inhabitants to 500,000 inhabitants. So it's a wide range. And our job here in the region is to establish all the renewable energies. We have the main course, the plan to build the energy, and to organize the reorganization of the heat distribution. We have heard it from Essen. It is the same. The whole of Germany, all communities are in the same position. So that's the main points. Yeah, just a point here. So it's a lot to do, and we hope we can have some input from this project.
Thanks a lot, Roland. So, yes, okay. Who is this? Good afternoon, Luana.
I'm Luana Alessandrini. I'm working in the municipality of Urbino. The historic center of the city is a World Heritage property inscribed in the UNESCO World Heritage list since 1998. In the municipality, we have an ongoing financing project, and we aim to create a renewable a community in 6 public buildings, schools, and public sports building, with a total peak power of approximately 700 kilowatts. So thanks to the LIFE-BECKON program, with your support, we would like to spread this project to citizens and encourage their and also the community for ethical profiles, and also for economic convenience. We are working to support citizens to verify the economic sustainability of the membership in the community. And we would also like to try to create community regulation that favors citizens and residing in the historic center, so in the UNESCO site and in the protected area of the municipality, because these areas are excluded from the photovoltaic system installation or aeolic installation for cultural heritage and panoramic protected law. So the citizen who lives in this area will not able to use the roofs or install photovoltaic or window system. And we would like them to be able to join the energy community with priority. So this is our idea. And
right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Werner. Welcome. All right. Who else wants to present herself or himself shortly here? Okay. So I don't know. The cameras are just once again the question. If nobody volunteers now, we would go to the next part of our agenda. So 1, 2, 3 more seconds, and then maybe Ida, you like to volunteer here? No, okay. Then, well, thanks a lot for shortly presenting yourself and also what you do in your public authorities or municipalities here. This gives us a first impression, you know, also a little bit what your needs are and what you're expecting here from this project. So I share again my screen and we will come to the next agenda point. This is your floor now, Francesco, with a short overview of the goals and the progress of the LIFE-BECKON. So the floor is yours, Francesco. Please share your screen, and so then we can follow you.
Okay, thank you, Edgar, and thanks everyone to join the replication phase of the project. Let's see if I can share my screen. Okay, can you see it?
Yes, very well.
Can you see? Okay, perfect. Okay, so yeah, I'm Francesco Milani. I work for R2M Solutions Spain, which is the company that is coordinating the LIFE-BECKON project, and I am specifically the project coordinator. I'm here to briefly give an overview of the project, of the main achievements that we have done so far, and basically where we are now, and our goals for the future. So the overall goal of LIFE-BECKON is in general to stimulate and boost the creation of energy communities across Europe. To do that, we are developing some tools, support mechanisms that can be tools, methodologies, or a platform that we can offer to our end users in order to support them during basically the whole life cycle, we can say, of the creation of energy communities. So from the initiation to the creation to the operation and maintenance of energy communities. The entities that we are targeting in our projects is basically anyone that can be interested in creating energy communities. Obviously, in particular, we are targeting public authorities, municipalities, regions, and you can see from who you are basically. But we can also target individual promoters, local action groups, also individual citizens that are interested in creating energy communities. Specifically, we are developing 3 big pieces of supporting mechanisms, basically. A cookbook, a capacity building program, and a one-stop shop platform. Let's start with the cookbook. So basically, in the first part of our project, we dedicated a lot of effort in collecting most relevant tools, reports, templates that we could find from other European projects or from other private entities that could help in the creation and operation of energy communities. So we collected these tools and we organized them in a step-by-step guide that is what we called cookbook. So this guide has 4 steps, which is initiation, design, implementation, and operation. So basically, we aim at guiding our end user towards each step of the creation and operation of energy communities, also depending on the level that the user has. The second support mechanism that we have created is a capacity building program. This was created by Enol, which is one of our partners. The capacity building program is divided in 3 main modules. First of all, we have the videos. So we have developed in the past months 8 videos that could cover some of the most important topics that we could face related to energy communities, such as understanding the benefits of energy communities, the governance models, the financing scheme, and so on. The videos are in English, but have subtitles in 8 languages. And also, each video is associated with some slides that can explain more in detail, basically, what we cover in the videos. The second capacity building module is the Open Innovation Journey, which is a methodology developed by Enol that can guide our users through the exploration of innovative solution and best practice in the domain of the energy communities. And finally, we have delivered and registered 3 webinars that we have registered in the past months, which are webinars, covering 3 important thematics around energy communities, where we have some feedbacks from experts in the industry. Finally, we have the one-stop shop platform, which is basically the umbrella under which you will be able to access each of the tools that I've mentioned so far. So the platform is already available online. My colleague Alberto will explain more in detail the functionality of the platform, but under the platform you will have 3 modules, which are the Guidance Hub, the Training Hub, and the Opportunity Hub. In the Guidance Hub, you will be able to find all the material related to the cookbook, so our support mechanism. In the Training Hub, you will be able to access our capacity building program. And in the Opportunity Hub, you will have basically a space where you can find some matchmaking activities. For example, talk with other investor in your community or in your territory in order to then create or maintain an energy community. Again, my colleague Alberto will give more details about this, so I will go on. Obviously, our goal is not only to develop the tools, but also to validate them. So we have in our project 3 demo sites, which is the city of Copenhagen, of Avila in Spain, and of Sofia in Bulgaria. We are implementing the supporting mechanisms that we have been designing in each of the cities. First of all, by creating a technical assistance office, which is a physical office where basically any user interested in simply knowing more about energy communities or initiating energy communities can be directly supported by a person, basically. And finally, we aim to replicate our solution and our approach in more municipalities. And that's why basically we are here with you today with this kickoff meeting. Very shortly, this is basically where we started and where we are now. So the project started in November 2022, officially. By June of 2023, the technical assistance offices were created in all the demo sites. As you know, in October 2023, we officially launched the call for application. Obviously, in the meanwhile, we were developing all the supporting mechanisms that I was describing before. Between February and April of this year, we have delivered the webinars that I was talking about. And in March of this year, actually, this is a very important and fruitful month, because basically in March, we officially published our platform. And with the platform, basically, we released officially all our most of our materials, the training materials, with the capacity building program, a first version of our cookbook as well. And also in March, we closed our call for application. Since March, we are basically conducting a familiarization program with our demo sites, in which the experts from our demo sites are being familiarized with the tools that we are developing, so that they can they will be able to offer in the future the supporting mechanism, basically without our help. And that's basically where we are now. In the future, we from now on, we are fully conducting our demonstration activities, and also with this meeting we are starting the replication activities. Thank you all very much, and I'm open to answer any question if you have.
Thank you, Francesco, for your presentation. Maybe I will continue shortly, because what I will give you now is a short outlook, what you're going to expect within our program, and to give you an overview for that. So I hope you see my screen now. Maybe just a few words to our offering in general. What we can distinguish here is two streams of a program which we have, in fact, or for two different requirements. The first is this kind of offering of tools, of training, also of peer-to-peer exchange for municipal actors who are interested in starting an energy community project. This means this is kind of overall tools and support and help which we will provide to you. And the other one is really how to set up a physical technical assistance office. So therefore, as Francesco mentioned, we have these three pilot municipalities in which this technical assistance office has been established, or is going to be established in a certain way, but they have now a technical assistance office who is really kind of a partner for actors in their region and also in their cities who are interested in creating and setting up an energy community. And I think this is important to distinguish, that we have these both streams of support which we offer to you. And maybe some of you tend more, to the kind of how to set up a physical technical assistance office because they are in need of this, or others have already a support mechanism or kind of place where people can inform themselves about the single steps of creating an energy community, and they need much more material help, trainings, also videos, and whatever Francesco also has shown to you some minutes ago, and which we have or will produce here within the LIFE-BECKON project. So our overall objective with these tools and support mechanisms is that we like now to spread this mechanism also in much more European municipalities and public authorities, so that they profit from the work we have done and which we still are going to fulfill here. So, and now let's come to the offering, to the concise offering which we have developed for you. So here you can distinguish kind of four different kind of formats. We have on the one side, we have webinars and trainings. There was a first series of 3 webinars, which is now carried out, or was carried out in April, is through now, but there's still, we plan a 3-4 hours workshop in between October and December. This is the one side. Then we have also all this kind of personal contact, peer-to-peer exchange, the access to our pilots from Copenhagen, from Avila, and from Sofia, also from experts which we have identified in this area. Then we have this direct 1-hour support sessions, which we'll offer to you during September this year to the September next year, and which we are still, we will plan how to organize them also now today with your help, because therefore also we need a little bit more to know what are your needs and requirements to make this more specific. And we'll also plan to give you technical and commercial assistance for the creation of energy communities. So these are this kind of, peer-to-peer expert exchange formats which we have here. And then we have the tool, the one-stop shop platform, which Alberto will present so in the next few minutes. And we have also a webinar on how to use the one-stop shop, because this shop has 3 different areas, as Francesco mentioned, and which Alberto will show us then later. And then there are still other smaller things. And for example, the technical papers, which will be developed more to the country-specific needs. And also we have we can also rely on our networks from Climate Alliance, the Covenant of Mayor, but also Climate Pact. We can give you also access to these networks, because in these networks there are also many activities which concern energy transition and also energy communities. And if there's something interesting which we think would also maybe interest you, then we would invite you to these events and these sessions or online meetings. And then what we also plan is at the end of the project in October 2025, a final conference in which you will be invited, of course, to, and which will then kind of celebrate the kind of end of this LIFE-BECKON project, and maybe also think how we will continue afterwards with the content and the tools and everything. But that's shortly, the overview of the things and the activities we have planned, and from which we hope you will profit then for your work and for your organization's purposes. So maybe now you have some questions. If you have questions, please raise your hands, so then we can shortly discuss it before we come to the next presentations. Have a look. I see no hand. Andrea, in the chat, was there anything we should?
No, everything seems clear so far. So
okay, great.
We can go on.
So then, please, I'll give you the floor, Inma. I will stop my sharing, and if you have any slides, Inma, please share them with us, and please start your presentation about the Technical Assistance Office in the Avila. So I cannot hear you. Maybe you have some technical issues or connection issues. No, I don't know. Maybe meanwhile, Diana,
yes,
maybe
Edgar,
you could step in.
Okay,
great.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, I will.
Okay, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon to everybody. Nice to see you. Okay, just to share the screen. Okay. I hope you see it. Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, we see it. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So it will be a short presentation. I will start with that. Sofia Energy Agency, it's a non-governmental organization. We are part of this LIFE-BECKON project, and we will try to fulfill the activities and to organize this demo site here in Sofia. What we have done up to now is that we actually opened the Technical Assistance Office in Sofia in November 2023. For the moment, it is not so famous. As you can see, the statistic data, actually, we receive about 10 to 15 emails, some phone calls, and no more than 3 face-to-face visits in the office monthly. But I hope we will continue and to develop this office here. For the last 2 months, we actually visited a lot of municipalities here in Bulgaria, over 15, and we received actually 4 municipalities declared that are ready to become replicators. This is Sofia municipality, Ruste, Kotel, and Saporevo Banja. I apologize that the colleagues from the other 3 municipalities are not here today, but as I mentioned, we're just before our Easter holiday. So that is the main reason most of them are not here with us today. What actually are the services of the Technical Assistance Office? As you can see, we offer developing of energy efficiency and renewable energy source projects. We organize some information campaigns, also recommendations for energy savings measures in households, in industries. We give information on financial instruments for energy efficiency measures in all types of residential buildings. We also give consultations on households regarding their possibilities for improvement and refurbishment. Actually, this office is a continuation of another one that was established in 2021. It was an office for energy poor people. And now we actually upgrade and developed this office, and we try to include more activities and actions. Of course, this is connected with including a new target group, now also the municipalities and the municipal staff. We added a new aim to support the municipalities for developing energy communities on their territory, but as we want to continue also our support for energy poor people, our idea is part of this produced energy in energy communities that we will try to develop to be used actually by energy poor people up to 15%. And the idea is these monthly bills to be covered by the other members of the communities. At the moment, with our colleagues, we're trying to prepare the energy community model and to include some citizens and private companies on local level. Also, we are thinking of suitable municipal building that could be used for installation of solar panels. And we'll try to inform the members and the citizens about this. Actually, all these activities that you've seen, we will try to continue with these activities in future. At the moment, we're actually develop them. We're trying to see which of them are good and working and which are not so suitable and okay. As I've mentioned, for the last 2 months, we visited a lot of municipalities. This is the municipality of Saporevo Banja, and this is the first municipality in Bulgaria, actually, that have changed the structure of the municipality, and they create an energy management department, which is our idea actually is this department also to include in it the one-stop shop services and the technical assistance activities, office activities. But we will see what will happen. I will not tell you about this one-stop shop platform, as our colleague Alberto will tell you more. I will also want to to tell that actually this Opportunity Hub is a very interesting part of the one-stop shop platform, because here all stakeholders can meet online, can ask questions, and can receive really good answers, and develop and actually increase their knowledge on energy communities. What next? Actually, in the end of May, here in Bulgaria, we will try to organize an online training for our Bulgarian municipalities. We will also continue to support the municipalities replicators and to participate in some third-party events. And of course, we will continue with working on the model for establishing this solar garden energy community here in Sofia. And in the end, I would like to finish with that. Actually, our legislation was changed in the end of last year in October, I think. And according to the new law of for renewable energy sources, each municipality in Bulgaria has to prepare this technical assistance office on each its territory. That office should support the citizens on local level for using renewable energy sources, to support them with administrative, of course, services, but it is obliged according to the law. So I hope we will be of help for our municipalities, and we will support them in actually organizing all these technical assistance offices on the territory of the country. We have over 250 municipalities, I think. So a lot of technical offices are coming on our territory. Thank you very much for the attention, and if you have any questions, I'm here. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Diana, for the interesting presentation and insights into your agency's work. So maybe, are there some questions now? Anybody here like to ask something? Okay. Then, I don't know, Inma now, are you still... Would you like to present now? Otherwise, Alberto will be next, presenting us the one-stop shop. Okay, Alberto.
Fine for me.
Okay, are you ready? The floor is yours. Thank you.
Absolutely. Let me share my screen then. And
yes, we can see it. Great. Thank you.
Oh, I think you're seeing the reverse, right?
Yeah, it's kind of, okay. Yeah, so it's fine. So it's perfect.
Amazing, amazing. So thank you all for the participation and the attention for today. I'll try to be quick and concise, and then we can go a little bit into questions maybe will be arising. So I wanted to present to you what is the final outcome and the layout of the one-stop shop. So where everything converges, what my colleagues have explained, what could be useful for you, for your case, for your city, and for your activities. So what do we mean by one-stop shop? Is a digital space, and the objective is to support particularly you and citizens want to form local communities for energy initiatives in a step-by-step manner. It is for public actors, for authorities, for citizens, but also for service providers. We're going to come back to this later. How do we do this? Through 3 hubs. One is the guidance hub, mainly knowledge sharing. The second one is training hub, where we try to do also the capacity building online. And finally, the opportunity hub, where we try to get people together and to know each other, and maybe to have some matchmaking between service providers and citizens, service providers and cities and local entities. So first of all, we have a web we've published some months ago where you can have an overview of what we are doing and how does it work, a little bit the one-stop shop. So please visit it, or we're going to share with you in a later stage. So let's go to the 3 parts, the guidance hub first. We said that it's organized as a step-by-step process. And here on the right, we see 4 stages of maturity in which we've identified energy communities can start. They can have an idea. They have to be initiated or inspired. Then we get down to some details and do the design. Then we actually have to implement the design and the idea. And finally, we have to operate it and maintain it. So these are the 4 steps we talk about when we say the step-by-step guideline and process. Until now, we have more than 100 resources in between tools, templates, documents, which can be relevant, practical, and effective for you. We've tried to filter and to look out or to create new documents which can actually be practical and not an infinite list of PDFs, which are static and maybe not effective for you. And the database, it's always updated. So this is how it looks now. This we called Energy Community Roadmap through the 4 steps. Once you go inside one, you can navigate resources and you start to see some sub-steps, let's say, or like when you are in initiation, there are 3 things you should do. First, you should get to know what is an energy community. Second one, you can be maybe inspired by some other ideas, and maybe in the end, you can make a little short summary of initial ideas. So when you click on one of these, you're taken to some resources which can help you actually to complete a step and then to move on to the next one. So this is the step-by-step roadmap. Also, you can just navigate yourself the resources to filter out maybe the maturity, the language, the type of document, and the type of technology you're using, and you can filter and access yourself through the database. This was the guidance hub. Now, let's go to the training hub. There's going to be a little bit more on this when we're going to talk about capacity building, but the training hub is a digital learning space. It is useful for mostly everyone that wants to support or develop themselves an energy community. What we've done mainly was the production of 8 training videos, but there is also an open innovation journey and some webinars which are here, but also forums and ways for people to interact and to learn from each other. Here is just a screenshot of one of the videos we've produced. It's actually the first one. It talks about the definitions, because vocabulary is important when touching energy and energy initiatives, and also the benefits, why we should do energy communities. They're quite nice videos, and probably we're gonna try to forward or share a little bit more on this in a later stage. Finally, let's go to the Opportunity Hub. Here is the moment in which people, they want to connect with each other, they ask for information, and they can localize in their local areas who's there. Who are the people who are interested in building a community? Who are the people who can provide services and product, and where are located and how they can interact with local communities to access grants, financing. So here is just a screenshot of the chat. Here I have a little bit an overview of what it's available there. So there is a chat. You can list your organization or your energy community or initiative, your neighborhood association. Then everything is going to be shown in the map on the bottom left. And finally, there is a list of members. You can directly contact someone you're interested with. So this is quite interesting, because the matchmaking is about citizens, is about local entities, but it's also about technology and service providers. This is interesting. We've identified, because as a local entity, you cannot suggest a citizen with a private entity or a private service provider or a technology producer in your local area. That's against, let's say, to be neutral in the market, let's say. But what happens if you publish open to everyone a community, and local providers, technology producers, service providers, they can list themselves. So we can just create a space which you can maintain and facilitate those interactions to be, of course, in the limits of healthy interactions. But people they can meet each other and they can develop their energy project remaining neutral. So people can publish their needs. They can make public their project or their potential project. They could connect citizens in their area, but can also connect with experts and providers in their area. Other functionalities available here. There is not so much time to go in detail, but you can publish events, live events. You have a forum and question and answer section. So here we really prize interaction among participants and users. Until now, we have our 3 local digital communities. We have Copenhagen, Avila, and Sofia, as we said, Denmark, Spain, and Bulgaria. But the scope of this is to replicate and to scale up this experience also in your local community. And that's everything from my side. I think I'm below 10 minutes, but any question, or if you want to know more, I can show you a little bit more what we are trying to deliver here.
All right. Thanks a lot, Alberto. So are there any questions so far regarding our one-stop shop in this project? Please raise your hand if you have a question to Alberto. All right. Then great. Thanks a lot, Alberto, again. And we'll now have a short 5 minutes break. So let's start again on 3:37 p.m. and then see you soon. And then we'll continue our workshop.
Thank you, Edgar. I'll see you later.
Thank you. See you later. All right, so welcome back from our 5 minutes break, and we'll continue with our agenda. I will share my screen and show you the next step. So what we would like to do now is to give you the possibility to exchange experiences, expectations, requirements regarding our tools and services. So we gave you a short insight into the tools and services which we plan, which are already partly in place, like the technical assistance offices, but also the one-stop shop, for example. And we will now organize 2 different groups, and you have the possibility now to choose which group you like to join. So the first one is much more directed to the creation, setting up a technical assistance office, and also capacity building and corresponding services which you need to create a technical assistance office. On the other hand, we would focus on the tool on the one-stop shop. The one-stop shop, as you have seen, is quite a huge tool with many different features and functionalities, the guidance hub, and all the other possibilities you have within there. So we will launch now in 1-2 minutes these 2 breakout sessions, and we ask you to choose the topic which you prefer to join, and then discuss with your colleagues and also with us, the moderators in the group, the following questions. The first one would be regarding these tools and services. What is the most useful backend tool you have so far seen and which we have presented to you from your perspective? And how does or could it contribute to your actual organization's requirements? So the goal here is to get more insight into your needs and requirements, so that we are afterwards able to shape the program and also the tools and services more to your needs. If you have any questions, please raise now your hands, and otherwise we would then start with the 2 groups, and we would ask you then to join the group which you prefer or where you think would give you the most benefit. Okay, Andrea, would you like to add
I will
something?
start.
Okay.
No, I don't want to add nothing. I think you already said everything. I will open the rooms now, so I invite everybody to join the most preferred rooms.
Okay, then see you soon in one of these groups, and enjoy. We will have 12 minutes in each group, so not so much time. Afterwards, we will kind of summarize what the discussion were in these groups and what were the most important outcomes of each group. So then enjoy, and see you later after 12 minutes.
Yeah, for those of you have just to scroll down in the window appeared in your screen, and at the end you can choose between the 2 rooms. You have just to click join. You done? Hello, Roland. So we have German replicators here, the region of Hannover and Revolsan, and the LIFE-BECKON coordinator. Such an interesting work. Let's see if somebody else will join.
Or maybe you, Andrea, you can speak German. No, ich spreche Deutsch.
Hi, Fiona.
Hi there.
Yeah, we just wait maybe 1 minute so people can choose. I still see there are Some participants still have to join one room. Parity Bino here. Okay, so maybe we can already start discussing. So the idea is that here is that according to what you already see, so according to our activities, here we are in the one-stop shop room, let's say. So what do you think? We really would like to hear from you first feedback from your side. So what do you think about this platform? Would you like to try to use this platform or maybe other similar platform you are already using in your organization? What about the training app, the knowledge app, the matchmaking part of the platform as well? Would you like maybe to focus more on deep in one of those parts of the platform, or maybe do you think that, for example, that there is something missing, that it's not so tailored for your local area or regional area? So in this way, would like to stimulate the discussion, and according to your inputs, tips, and feedbacks, we can also shape in the next month the activities we are offering to replicators, and maybe we can also further improve our tools and our methodologies. So I leave the floor to you now, just to hear from you.
I have a question. Maybe you can once explain a little bit better, what is the matchmaking platform? Is it mostly that people from the city will or can reach out to form an energy community and to find other people who are interested? Or is it that people can find stakeholders, let's say grid operators, utilities, or like PV installers? How is this matchmaking? Yeah, how is this going to be organized?
I think this is directly for you, Alberto.
Sure, absolutely. And thank you for the question. So maybe I can share actually the screen and just share with you what we have until now. So I am inside the Opportunity Hub. You should be able to see it now. And we're gonna have two main areas. One is for the technical assistant officers, which in case would be you and the people working in the local entity. And then we have the demonstration areas, which for now are three: Copenhagen, Avila, and Sofia. If I go in Copenhagen, because I'm Danish, I'm living nearby Copenhagen or so, I can, now it didn't show out, but I have to fill some survey to explain who am I, if I'm a citizen, if I'm a local entity or association, or if I'm a service provider, a consultant, a technology provider. So then I can list myself as an organization in the city of Copenhagen. Now we have some testing going on here, but for example, in the area of Copenhagen, now we have listed the city, and we can expand in the map who can be shown there. So there can be technology providers. Once we open up this to private actors, to citizens, then we're going to start to see where people are located, what they're doing, what they would like to do. So then I can, for example, if I'm a citizen and I want to receive a little bit information about grants or financial instruments, in the chat, I can ask so. I can ask to the Copenhagen municipality some question through a private chat. I can request for a meeting. I can get some best practices from Copenhagen. I can access some material and templates which can serve for focus on Denmark, legal and regulatory, the grants available in Denmark, and so on and so forth. There's some FAQs here and there. I can participate to some events which we can use to let people know, okay, now we're talking about financial instruments and financial opportunities in Copenhagen for PV installation, for self-consumption, for heat pumps, for whatever. So then we can try to unite from one side the demand, the citizen interested in this, and on the other side, maybe some private actors which can offer those kind of services. So here is where people, they can start to talk to each other, and then they can just contact directly, chat or request a meeting, and then this is gonna go maybe to your calendar, to your instruments of Meet, Zoom, blah, blah, blah. And so we can try to make this interaction happen in a neutral space. This is what I was saying before. As a private entity, as a local authority, we cannot list a series of private service providers or technology providers. But if we lend a digital space, we can try to make this list available and publicly accessible for everyone to enter. And then we can try to...
Can I ask a question, Alberto?
Please.
Yeah, so this is obviously an existing energy community in Copenhagen example, but for most of the countries, I'd imagine they don't have, maybe some places will have energy communities already. So is the intention that each individual country sets up a matchmaking page like this, so that if a citizen comes in, that you match them with experts and match them with contacts, but it's not specifically related to an energy community?
No, it's not specifically for one energy community. It's specific for an area. In this case, we have 3, and we can think about expanding this list, or in the beginning, we can think about Danish citizens or interested parties that can join in the first moment the Copenhagen. And
so
then
it's based on a region, it's on a regional basis then. So these are regions. Copenhagen is a region,
exactly.
Villa is a region, and Sofia is a region. So there could be multiple energy communities within those 3 regions.
Correct. Okay. It's geographical focus, absolutely.
Yeah, but then if I understood properly, it's also up to you now to define which geographical coverage you would like to establish, I think, no? So that's why also I think for the regional over could be an interesting thing, no? Imagine like, okay, creating this regional community where all local authorities, but also the community, the energy communities themselves, no, can really join there and really starting to build this community. Then maybe that could be only the starting process, and this could be like a tool embedded in the region of Hannover itself, or by the Energy Living Lab and so on, no? But yeah, this is exactly the same. I don't know if Marina, your questions are replied by Alberto or not.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's
so
fine.
We have still one minute and a half. I don't know if also from Roland, Luana, Fiona, if there are any other comments, any other really needs from your side.
One question, one idea. Could we define a non-municipal area, so a local one, and made up several municipalities? It's possible for us, not a municipal scale, but 3 or 4 or 5 municipalities.
Yeah, for example, Avila itself, it's a province, and let's say it's umbrella for many cities below the province of Avila. So definitely we shouldn't restrict for one municipality or one city, but it's more about what serves you, what can serve Urbino area, okay, what can serve a regional area, a provincial area, and so on. In a capital city like Rome or Copenhagen, doesn't make sense to expand so much, maybe the focus, but for some other realities, it can serve you better.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For me at the moment, it's hard to, I suppose, give you feedback on the tools that are most useful because I haven't used them yet. It all looks fantastic. I think it's going to be very different if you are a country that's just starting off, or a region that's just starting off, and you only have a short number of inquiries versus some of the other places have hundreds of energy communities that they're so I suppose your tools and platforms have to, I suppose, meet the needs of very different contexts. So it looks fantastic and it's very ambitious. So
yeah, correct.
Thank you very much.
But besides the tools offered by Beckon, I mean, if you think that you would like also other capacity buildings or other kind of tools, that you don't see from our offer, really feel free to spot out, and we can really shape our technical offers for replicators in the next month, of course, according to our skills, roles, and yeah, feel free to do that. Luana?
Yes, in the tools there are, do the tools include the simulators, some simulators for citizens so they can verify the economic return of
Sorry, Luana, sorry, our breakout room stopped just while the colleague from Urbino was asking if the one-stop shop platform has provided with tools for making the simulations of the energy savings, but also economic savings of citizens. So I leave now the floor to Alberto to reply to these questions and close our breakout. Sorry, Edgar, for that.
Thank you for the question, Luana. Yes, we do have tools for that, both for estimating the PD potential of your building or your available area, and to predict, depending on your area, depending on the solar installation and maybe storage and so on, and your situation at home, how much your power level, your energy consumption, and so on, all the techno-economic characteristic of the investment, foreseeing in the future, the return on investment, and so on and so forth. So yeah, we do have available those kind of tools for anyone to access. Mostly in the guidance hub, we can have that, but things can be linked quite easily. Hey, are you interested in this? Look at this tool and calculate it for yourself, and then it comes up. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great, thank you. Then I hope all of you enjoyed the conversation and discussion in your respective group. Maybe Andrea, would you like to shortly summarize what happened in your group and
I can summarize in 1 minute. We had
the outcomes. Great, thank you.
We had 3 main points. One was exactly this one. So, okay, was more trying to understand which are the disruptive, let's say, features of our tool. So the first comment was about how much the matchmaking session of the matchmaking part of the tool is really able to engage with local communities, but also with other stakeholders. So another point of the discussion was about which kind of geographical area should be included, let's say, in the profile, in the new profiles that are going to create in the tools. So it's also clear that there is no mandatory geographical requirement, but it could be a wider region or at a city level. But the main goal of the platform is really creating to cluster communities. So the wider is the area, the better is for everybody, for the project, but also for the energy communities development. And yeah, there were no further discussion on the needs or maybe the foresee expectation about our tools, because there is still no detailed knowledge enough not to give a first feedback. So maybe this is something that we can further discuss a bit more now with the Miro board. But that's all from our group. I don't know if the other one adds something on top.
Okay, great. Thank you, Andrea, and also all the members of your group. So in our group, we had a kind of heterogeneous impressions, but so let me maybe start with Tatiana from Canaria. So what I've got was that she likes, there is already a kind of technical assistance office, existing office, and they would like to improve their services and kind of offer more specific expertise to certain kind of challenges regarding energy communities. And if I understood you correctly, Tatiana, you could also get a little bit more deeper expertise in all this field of energy communities, and then identify what specific expertise would suit your needs or fit into your situation. But maybe you can also add something if I didn't get it correctly or completely correctly. Or are you fine with this?
Right. I don't want to add anything more. If you say that would right.
Great. Okay. Thank you. So then Luigi is also in another LIFE project, but which is focuses on energy poverty. And in this context, the energy community topic is plays a minor role. So if I understood it correctly, he wants now to get more synergies between also the energy community topics and the social aspect, and to get a more to develop a more comprehensive view and strategy for energy, for the energy transition in his area. And and he's also busy with energy planning and also in this context. So the LIFE-BECKON project with this tool and services is helpful for him. And then Lorenzo from Romania told us that his issue for the moment is that there is little material and also little kind of support and support mechanisms and capacity building to work with energy communities. So for him, it is really important to get much more materials and help and guidance for energy communities to support them better. And he also told us that the development is a bit delayed in Romania because they relatively lately started to address the topic of energy transition. But please, Lorenzo, correct me if I'm not.
You were right regarding what you said. But only just to mention that yes, our main issue is that we have not enough examples in our country follow to say to some group of citizens, hey, look, here is that energy community, look how better it's doing, look how what much advantages it gets because it's formed in this structure. So this lack of examples of local and regional examples, because we only have a handful of energy communities, and even those are very dispersed in a relatively big country like Romania. So very low. We're very low in the number of energy communities currently.
Okay, so you need more good and best practices, which you can show to the people to mobilize them also, to start energy communities, and you get engaged into this field of action. Yeah. Okay, great. Thanks a lot. So thanks a lot for everything you contributed to our breakout session. Maybe is there somebody who would like to add something to the output of our breakout sessions, which we didn't now mention here? Is there anything? Or are you fine with this results? Okay, fine. Then let's go to the last part of our workshop today. And what we are going now is into a Miro board. And so the goal here is that each of you individually has now the possibility to kind of comment on our tools, our services, which we brought to a Miro board. Andrea this morning sent you the link to the Miro board, but again, it's here, and I think it's also in the chat. So you can access this here via the link in this chat. And the overall question for this part and for this Miro board is that we can kind of identify what content and knowledge you require for your organization within this program, and so that you kind of document here on this post-its, which you have on the Miro board, what content do you need, what knowledge do you need, and which tools and in which tools and services maybe could these requirements be integrated, because we have now kind of a fixed framework, you know, of tools and services, but we are still able to modify content, also to kind of switch content between some tools, so that we kind of know what you really need, and then we would kind of afterwards try to integrate your requirements as far as possible, we must say, because some things are already fixed. You know, you've seen the one-stop shop, so there's not so much room for kind of technical technical changes or changes of features, but we have still room to modify content and also knowledge in specific fields, which we give you here to your hands. And so please just start working individually now on this Miro board, and put your post-its and your requirements on this Miro board. We have kind of I think 10 to 15 minutes time, and so afterwards we would then have a look, Andrea and I, and try to summarize and what we observed, and then we'll come to the end of this workshop. Then
sorry
enjoy.
if you can see my screen, so just to show how it works. Now we have on the left the local level, and on the right the regional level. So it means that if you are more like the region of Hanover or the Gran Canaria Energy Agency, you will work more on the right part, or if you are a local authority, a city, you will be working on the local level. And here you see also some questions that can be for you inspiring to collect your ideas, and just drag and drop sticky notes that you see here, and you can write your could be also keywords or a more detailed concept. That's it.
Okay, thanks, Andrea. There's a question from Luigi from the chat. So he needs a clear understanding of the potential support and the tools. Yes, that's we can understand this completely, but for the time, it's for us, it's really important to know what you need exactly, you know. Of course, we can go more into detail with these tools, but we do not have the time here now in this workshop. So therefore, we'd like really to know what you need, and then we would go in one of our next sessions with you. We would go into more detail with the tools and services. But today it's more, you know, on your side to define your requirements and what you need from us, and then we would go more into details. But okay. Is there still movement on the Miro board? I'm not sure. Okay.
No, I think they are done. Yeah.
Okay, it's done. Okay, then great. Thanks a lot for your contribution to the Miro board. And Andrea, will you shortly summarize what you've observed on the local level?
Yeah, on the local level, I see from the tools, so one-stop shop platform perspective, okay, it's interesting, and it's interesting to use the platform also to train not only the local officers but also the communities itself, the residents and the students. Okay, also in Bulgaria, it's confirmed that the platform it's interesting, especially because as we see here in the other post-it, as Diana showed before, it will become mandatory in Bulgaria to have a technical assistance office. So the tool could be interesting also to feed in the technical assistance office. And also they are useful for the dissemination of energy communities between citizens. When it comes specifically to the technical assistance office, of course, the setup and financing are interesting for them. So, this is something where we should focus a bit more. And also in Germany, it seems that there is a need for creating those technical assistance offices because most of the times the energy agencies working with local authorities are not focusing on energy communities just because it's out of their parcel, let's say. So that's why, and of course the community regulation is also a matter that came out here. As regards the capacity building, okay, lack of experiences in Bulgaria, but also as Laurențiu said, in Romania. So collecting good practices really to share with the local community, but also with other stakeholders, highlighting that things can be done. And capacity building about the legal support related with the setup, but also the management of a community. And also here again, the capacity building for citizens, but also for those living the local area, like students or other people. And overcoming barriers, governance, and financing again. So. Yeah, that's it. Stakeholder engagement and citizen engagement. This is the last topic spotted out.
Thanks a lot. So then I will share my screen shortly. Okay. So I hope you see my screen now.
Yeah, very well.
Okay, great. So well, there was the question to the wish to know a little bit better the one-stop shops. This is planned because there will be a webinar on the one-stop shop, as you've seen in the roadmap at the very beginning of our meeting here. The adaptation to the country-specific situation. This is this is known to us, and I think this is an important point. In Switzerland, you even have four different languages. We will we think about this and what we can do to make it more kind of country specific and also maybe adapt it more to the country specific languages. But we must check this also with R2M and Alberto, and we would then come back to you what we can offer in this regard. So this means in general, the one-stop shop, I think, is an interesting tool for most of you. And what the technical assistance office concerns is a kind of here, I think this was from Tatiana, that you would like to improve your services and that you would like to learn a little bit more what other municipalities and public authorities do in this point. And maybe that you can kind of transfer experiences, materials, and also expertise, you know, from this project then into your technical assistance office. And you also mentioned, I think, the work against energy poverty. So we saw this also in the breakout session. So for Luigi, this was an important topic. So this means the linkage to energy poverty efforts is should be also maybe a little bit more considered. So in this whole program, which we will develop now. And well, also there was kind of in cases where there does not yet exist an energy technical assistance office, maybe we can provide a little bit more information on how to do this, and this is what we also plan, of course. And then the capacity building has got the most attention from your side. How to mobilize citizens to join an EC, very important point. And also in a territory where there are no existing ECs by now, what key actors should be addressed? Well, this is also in our initial phase. In the guidance tab, you will find a lot of information on things like this also in our videos. And what is the mindset behind an EC, how to speak about ECs to new potential members. This is also kind of also a part of our program, of the content, which we've already partly developed or are going to develop. And here again, the financial aspect is mentioned and the operational aspect. And because in Beckon we have the whole process, you know, from initiating an energy community to the operation of an energy community, and have detailed information on all these 4 steps of creating an energy and running an energy community. We have, of course, and focus on all these aspects which you mentioned here, which is really good news for us. And then again, financing, legal structures, also an important point in which we have worked and still are working to update legal and regulatory information and provide it also here to you, the replicators. And okay, local languages again, and adaptation to the regional focus. Of course, I think this is a challenge for all of us to bring so this kind of material which we develop on this international kind of European-wide level then to your stakeholders in the region and on the local level. And maybe Andrea and also the whole Beckon team, we should also think about how we could help our replicators to transfer this to their local needs and requirements. So that's it, I think, from our side. Is there anything you would like to add from you, the replicators? Would you like to mention something which we maybe missed now in our summaries? If not, we would come to the conclusion of our webinar today. And well, what are the next steps? What we would do now is to analyze and also to document the results which we have achieved today, the outcomes we will document in a presentation which we'll send to all of you, and in which we draw conclusions for the roadmap and our replicators support program. And afterwards we will adjust our activities so far as possible to these outcomes. And then we will come and communicate more detailed activities and also an updated roadmap for you in the next steps. And that's so far from our side. I don't know if you would like to mention something now at the very end. Is the last chance to tell something. Okay, not. So then thanks a lot for joining our meeting today, and also for your really valuable contribution and your motivation here to take part in this project. It was really a pleasure to get to know you and also to get more insight into your requirements. And it was also nice to work with you today in these breakout sessions and also now on the Miro board. And we hope that our kickoff today met your expectations as far as possible. And so we wish you a nice evening, and we hope that we will see us soon in another session and in one of our workshops, webinar, and what will follow now in the next month. So thanks a lot. And also to our partners who have presented their activities today in a little bit more detail than you had in the first information we gave to you. So we hope you've gotten good insight into the project and what we plan and what we have achieved by now. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact us whenever you think it's necessary. We are open for you. Here you see the our Beckon Climate Alliance email address. So Andrea and we are always happy to help you, and you're welcome, and enjoy, and hope to see you soon, and have a nice time.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much. Thank you.